Maybe they can see us. We are live.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Don't sound so defeated, Jason. We're live.
Yeah.
For real this time.
Yeah.
We totally didn't just spend the last 30 minutes talking.
Look at the clock. Did you notice that was there?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. Mark,
So
I'm turned around right now. Maybe I should be turned the other way. If
But
we are
they see
in
the
fact
camera,
live.
I think.
Yeah, I think they can see through the camera.
Okay. So I'm Jason Piclamini.
I'm Cameron Deshnod.
I want you to explain what just happened.
All right, so this is our first time here, first podcast. Welcome everyone. You know what? This isn't on Jason, and this isn't on our lovely friend Danny, who I hope I didn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Because
Sorry, Danny.
Danny, you're
Danny.
the best. I hope you're watching this. I hope
Danny's
you
a
can hear
great
me
guy.
right now. We went over in the 30 minutes we weren't actually live that I love his hair. It is really good.
Yeah. So
I want to
basically,
get that back out there.
but the keyword he just said, the 30 minutes that were not on the air.
We were not on the air. I can see people walking in here. We
Yeah.
were not on the air. I thought we saw 3, 2, 1 go down on the monitor, and I thought that meant we were starting. It wasn't. It was for a picture, a great thumbnail. We get to see it.
I don't think the thumbnail is even that nice.
Well, you know, that's insulting because it's mainly me, Jason. So
I'm sorry.
that hurts my feelings.
I mean,
Um,
nothing's going right now. But yes.
No, not at all. I've messed up tremendously.
Yeah.
This might be the first and last podcast. So I will.
Yeah,
We'll
all
see
right.
about that.
So yeah, it's been 30 minutes. To
has
give a
been.
brief rundown of what happened in those 30 minutes, we complimented Danny.
A lot.
Yeah, great hair,
Mhm.
great at speaking.
Great. That was your point. Jason went on a great point about how.
Oh, he's
Danny
great
can
at speaking.
speak
He's a great
words.
talker. Talked about how Full House and Boy Meets World are the two best shows. Friends is garbage.
Friends is not good.
It's just not realistic.
This is a quick 10-minute. Yeah,
Seinfeld is like the funnier version of Friends. We agreed.
Yeah, that's what it came down to.
Yes.
Talked about a few movies and shows, but we
I
can
have
save
no
that for a
idea what to-
later segment. Jason doesn't watch movies; he's uncultured.
Yeah, to give a brief rundown of the movies that I watched, the best movies ever made are probably the Shrek franchises.
He's really
Just franchise, I guess you could say.
doubling down on that.
Yeah, no, I love Shrek and
He does.
Incredibles 2.
Incredibles 2
Yeah,
is not
solid.
my favorite movie. Incredibles 1 is better.
Never
Jason's
watched it.
never seen it.
Never seen it.
Never seen it. He did, however, say he saw it in those previous 30 minutes. He did lie to you all. When he
Yeah, I
thought-
lied a few times. I lied a few
Yeah,
times.
it was
I
bad.
talked about ASMR. We talked about that a few times.
We did, and we also agreed that we weren't going to do this bit.
Yes. Okay. So we did that. We also talked about. Well, we didn't talk about SpongeBob, but we should have.
We should.
SpongeBob
we only have like 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're just gonna
now.
touch on it. SpongeBob is the best cartoon ever made, and Beavis and Butthead is the best like adult cartoon ever made.
I would not say Beavis and Butthead is the best adult.
All right. What are you gonna say? So tell me it's The Simpsons or Futurama,
It
please.
is not either of those.
Good.
At all.
Tell me it's Family Guy.
You know what?
You know what?
First
No.
few seasons of Family Guy.
Yes.
Absolutely contends with that.
Okay. Yeah. No. 100%. I think that the first after season 4 it gets bad.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. And you know what? Unpopular opinion. Hopefully it's grown in popularity. The first 2 seasons of Rick and Morty are great. And third season, I'm not.
I've never watched Rick and Morty.
You've never watched Rick and Morty?
I feel like that's like not that uncommon.
No,
It has a bad. It has
like a
stigma
big-
against it.
It does, and that's I think it mainly came about in like the 3rd season, really.
Yeah, because of the whole like Pickle Rick. thing
Yeah,
and
the Pickle
everything.
Rick. Yeah, well, that's what they kind of cashed in on their own hype. You know,
Yeah, they did.
They ended up selling out. Just like we have. Our sponsor for today's episode is
WICR.
yes, they're definitely not sponsoring us after what just happened.
And now we can ask the question.
We can ask that. So this
We
is
had
how
an
we found
important
out
question.
we weren't live on the air. Well, we were
Everything
on
happens
the
for a
air.
reason.
Danny, if you would like to come in here, please, for real this time.
Danny.
Danny. Oh, Danny,
Danny.
boy.
Danny's coming. Don't worry.
Um,
Here he comes.
Danny,
you can see
this
his
is
nice
actually the
hair.
heart
You
and
can see
soul
his
of this
great voice.
podcast. Yeah.
Here's Danny.
Hi, Danny. Now we can finally ask the question we meant to ask before we were humiliatingly told that we were
Wait, can they
not
hear
on
you?
the air.
Can they hear you?
What?
Can they hear you?
Kind of. It depends how close I am to the mics. But
Would you like to come to this mic? Then?
Yeah, sure,
So,
Jason's mic.
Danny,
what's up?
the question is, what does the W mean in WICR?
What does a W mean? WICR.
Yeah, please know this, Danny.
I don't.
The fact that I don't know this is pretty
Oh.
bad. That I'm on the
Danny,
keyboard.
we already messed up pretty bad earlier, and I think specifically I messed up, and we don't really want to drag you down on this boat. So why don't you go? Can we cut? Do we edit? Can we edit?
Now you can't edit this.
Well, in that case,
No. It's all
thank
good.
you for joining us,
No problem.
Danny.
It's kind of sweaty.
all
Um,
good.
it is. We had a thumb wrestling competition earlier, and it was
I would have won that.
he would not
I-
have.
I can beat anybody in foosball. And-
I'm pretty bad at foosball.
Really?
I'll take. you
I'm
to the
no,
court,
I'm
but
I'm
it's not
Wait,
really
where?
bad at foosball.
basketball. That's what I meant.
Oh, you're a basketball guy.
Well, I'm not good, but
Okay.
it's fun.
Yeah, you have the sports podcast and everything, so you're a big sports guy.
That is
Do you like
true.
football?
Shout out to
I
Danny's
do.
sports
I'm a Jets
podcast.
fan, so
I'm a Jets fan. I'm 0-2 in fantasy. He's 2-0 in fantasy. I know more about football than he does.
Oh,
He has Ezekiel Elliott on his team and Lamar Jackson.
he got so lucky. The fact that Ezekiel Elliott signed that contract.
I
He
didn't even-
auto-picked.
I didn't. Yeah, it auto draft. I was
He
there
auto-picked.
for it.
I have Saquon. I need Saquon to do more.
My team, my team's 0-2 right now.
Yeah,
One
so
of them's 0-2. The other one's 2-0.
closer to his money. I don't want. I don't want like a portion of this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Danny's
we'll talk
mouth
to-
moving and
Yeah.
like no one
Yeah.
can hear. I don't know how this works. Again, we're very new at this. We're amateurs.
So am I just getting thrown in right here?
Yeah, you know what? Now we got to make up for lost time. We need to bring out like the heavy hitters.
I don't know if I'm that much better. You
Yeah,
guys
I'm
doing well
I'm
so
sure. I don't
Oh,
think
I
we
don't
are. I
know
think
about
that's a
that.
lie. I think this is probably the worst. You know what? Now we got to go back to the 6th floor. Completely defeated. Shout out to the 6th floor if any of you are watching. But I think it only says one person. is watching.
By the way.
We talked about these chairs in the 30 minutes that we weren't on the air. They're so distracting, and I keep like sliding away from the mic accidentally.
Oh no, I do that all the
It's-
time. Don't
yeah.
worry. I do that all the time. They're fun. They're
Oh, they are.
They're fun.
They're amazing.
Jason actually took like a break to like spin around and one for a few minutes while I talked.
Wait, what is this mic?
Oh, you can turn that on. Don't worry.
Yo,
I mean, we could have, but nobody's at mic 3. Or do you want
I
to be
can
at
I
mic
can
3?
go to mic 3 if you want.
Well, I mean, Jason's at mic 3, so we're gonna try on mic 3.
All right, turn on mic 3.
I feel
Alright.
great.
Is
doing
mic 3
that.
turned on?
I
Oh,
figured
mic
out
3
what
is.
it
We're good?
I turned
Yeah,
on
you're
mic
good.
3.
Cool.
Awesome, and now Danny's here.
Danny,
You can to go over what we talked about again. This is the second time we're going over things.
what are we talking about?
that
Okay, so
Danny
we're
has
gonna
amazing hair
yes.
and he talks well.
And
Those
now-
are
that.
Now we're gonna go over what we talked about, and we hope that you agree that Full House and Boy Meets World are two of the best shows ever made, and Friends is overrated.
Yeah. I haven't watched any of those three to be completely honest, but
All right,
I'm
that
watch-
concludes Danny.
Yeah, get out of here.
I'm watching
shutting the
Peaky
mic
Blinders right now. That's a good show.
I've never.
I've never heard of it.
Shout out to that show. That's a great show. It's
I'm
about
sure the cast is listening.
it's in
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. It's like it's 4 seasons, 6 episodes per season, hour long, and the 5th season's coming out October 25th.
Really? Okay.
It's a great show. I highly recommend it.
Okay. Movie wise, Shrek.
Shrek.
Jason
solid
really is
movie.
doubling down on Shrek.
What's the best Shrek?
Shrek 2.
I think it's Shrek 1.
That's very funny because I said it was Shrek 2.
Shrek 2.
I mean, it's 2-on-1 right now, but I still think it's the first Shrek.
Yeah, it's a good second. I love Shrek. I love the first Shrek, and I like Lord Farquaad. I think that.
Lord Farquaad is just
Nice.
the best part of this entire franchise.
But Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots is it can't miss out on.
But
Puss
they
in Boots.
made a movie of like just Puss in Boots and didn't do horrible. Like nobody liked it.
I didn't see it. That's
Nah,
the
no
I
one
thing.
didn't
saw
see
it.
it,
Yeah,
so
no
I
one
don't
saw
know.
it.
I'll have to watch it and get back on that. But
Ah,
Yeah,
me
Danny,
neither.
that's Danny's homework. We just gave him homework.
just gave you homework. All right, I gotta do it
You
then.
have to watch
Yeah,
Puss in
he has to
Boots.
save the show.
That's torture.
You guys are doing great. Don't worry.
I don't believe that for a second.
yeah.
Yeah, this is.
I don't know, man.
Now we gotta-
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, you know how we tell people to like listen to this.
There's one
Watch
person
this?
watching.
I know.
How do we get more people to watch,
It's
Danny?
definitely Danny from
Promote
the
the
other
show.
room.
You got to promote it. You guys can send it to whoever you want.
I don't want to send this episode to anyone.
Oh yeah, not
I-
this
no.
episode.
We're
On
gonna
future
pretend-
episodes.
Alright.
just
Remember, Danny gave us the option not to start today because we were so inexperienced and not
That
prepared.
might have been the good
and We
idea.
should have done that.
But this is
but-
a practice room because
Yeah, but this is whatever you want.
this is whatever you want.
So
Exactly. It's whatever you want. You can call it whatever you want. Talk about whatever you want.
whatever
As
you
long
want.
as
It
as
is
long
whatever
as it's
you
mission
want.
consistent.
Yep.
Wait, what does that
we are.
mean again?
Like I don't even know. That's what they say these days.
No, okay, mission
That's what they say these
consistency.
days.
Mission
It's just like-
consistency. That's the title of our next episode. Mission consistency.
Mission
There you go.
consistency. All right. Whatever
Cool.
you want / mission consistency, where we explore what that really means. And
What does
we get
anything
to the
mean?
bottom of it.
What does a W mean? We got to find that out.
I'll
Yeah,
have to get back to
that
you on
is-
that.
No, that's
You
you have a lot of homework
I got a
assignments.
lot of
Danny.
homework.
No, we're not gonna throw that on Danny. We'll figure that out. You know, that's I just think we just start calling people. Like we can. There's a window.
There's
right over
so
there.
many
I
people
would
walking
just start,
by.
Like just bring them in. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
tap on the glass. Like, come on. And maybe one of them will know, and that person will
Oh,
get
probably.
the prize of.
Just
We're
as
broke.
being
We're
on a
broke.
great show.
What is today's grand prize, Cameron?
My respect. It's worth nothing.
Yes, it is worth
Respect goes a
absolute
long way. It's all good.
zero value in that. No one
Zero
wants it.
value. We are Jason. You know what? Actually, I want to tell the story. I have a great roommate. Shout out to Will Fleck. He's in Ireland right now with the golf team. I'm sure they're doing great. I don't know their
Golf
current
team's in
state.
Ireland now.
Yeah,
they're
it's
in
crazy.
Ireland.
Dang, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
I think we get a little chart that says how much we're supposed to spend on those meal cards, and I want to say by the end of like the last week, we're supposed to be at like either like 400 or like 380, something around that ballpark.
I think it was actually like 420.
That makes it
You
worse.
just made it good for you
Yeah,
because you're below that.
yeah, I think I'm at like 380 right now, maybe a little under.
Off campus already.
Yeah,
Be careful with that.
bad.
They don't give you that much freshman.
I
year.
know they don't.
How
and-
much do you get this year?
Sophomore year, I got 650,
How should we start off with?
500.
500.
Um,
Be cautious with that.
All right,
Yeah,
so tell the
I guess
story
so.
about our friend then.
so my roommates and I go out to dinner one night at Smokehouse, great place.
Great place.
And we're going around, we eat dinner. It was a great time. We were having fun. First time we all really like went out and bonded. We get the checks and we got our balances back as well. So we thought it'd be a really funny idea to go around and see who was the poorest. And we're going around and my roommate Ram, great guy, goes, oh, he's like, I'm fine. I'm like at like 410. My friend Adam, he's also a great guy. He's like, oh, I'm definitely the lowest. I'm like, all right, go for it. And he's like, I'm at 401. So I start laughing. And I was like, well, that means I'm the lowest, right? I am officially the poorest of the roommates. And so I asked Will, I'm like, go, because I'm going to be the lowest. And he's like, oh, trust me. He's like, you're not the lowest. So I was like, all right, fine. I'm at 390. And he stops. He looks at me. He kind of whispers in front. He goes, I'm at 240.
Oh my! He's already spent.
He's at
240.
He's
That was
spent
last
half of it
week.
already.
He's at 240. I think it was like 244. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Who's
And,
going to correct you if you're wrong?
Yeah, them. Anyone who, no, you know what? Nobody's seeing this. Please, our one watcher, however, thank you
Just
so
ask,
much.
yeah.
But
Correct him
don't
if he's
say you're
wrong.
watching.
Correct him if he's wrong,
Correct me
please.
if I'm wrong. I would. I'd love to know.
But yeah, 244,
He spent half of it
Yes.
already.
more than half.
My goodness.
Wait.
That was like what, last week? We
Yeah,
asked
that was
him.
last week.
So he's definitely spent
No,
more.
well, he's been in Ireland though.
No, but like I think that I saw him going out to eat one day.
Well, then he is definitely worse off now.
Yes.
I will say though, I feel like athletes should get a little bit more.
Oh, 100%.
Because like I mean, like if you're not an athlete, fair enough. But like athletes that are on like the sports teams, including even like clubs
water
like,
polo guys,
like water,
Mhm.
like anything, like even like the clubs that
Shout out to
technically
Tim.
rugby, like the
Rugby
rugby
for
guys.
sure.
rugby,
man.
yeah, rugby as well. Like from rugby to rowing, like even the ones that aren't like technically D1, but like they're a club on campus, but like they participate in athletic event. They should get more money because they got to work out all the time. They got to make sure,
Yeah.
and the meal plan only does so much for you.
No, yeah, like Tim. We have a friend Tim. Shout out to Tim.
Yeah, Tim.
came
I
with
just
us-
did that, but thank you, Jason.
Another shout. He deserves 2 shout outs.
really
because
does.
We were walking. He was at Subway, so we got his Subway sandwich. We were walking. He's like, you know what? I want Carvel. Guess his whole Carvel like Sunday, whatever. And then, our friend Eli. Shout out to Eli. Now
Eli.
he wants to get dollar pizza to save his money at Gemelli's before it closes. Yeah,
You got to go to the place. There's a place that's the Chinese place.
Near Chicken Joe's.
Not it's like the Chinese place. Yeah, it's basically near Chicken Joe's. Go. There's a pizza place right next to that. I had it for the first
Really?
time like last week. It's really good.
It's solid.
Yeah,
Is it pricey or
It doesn't it doesn't take the meal plan, but it's
Oh.
it's good.
all right?
It's
Yeah,
good
I've been
pizza.
there.
But he ate Subway and Carvel, and then he went with Eli to get dollar pizza. And this was all in the span of like I want to say 10 minutes.
Yeah, well,
He's on the water polo team.
He is.
You got to eat. Like
You ha-
granted,
Oh, yeah.
eat a little healthier. No offense. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. I'm sure he's in great shape.
Tim's a beast.
I'm sure he's
Tim
I'm
is
sure he's
a
I'm sure he's in great shape.
Beast.
He's so nice though.
That's
Nice
good.
guy.
He's-
He's so
Gentle
nice.
giant.
He is.
So
Gotta love
But-
Tim.
but yeah.
Moving on though, Danny, you're a sophomore. You know more than us. We're just slowly freshmen. Why don't you give us your take on how getting back to school is now that you've had time to really learn about Iona, except for that W. We still don't know what that
I'll
does.
figure that out. But what do you mean by that? Like you want me to like tell you what I went through?
yeah, wait. Do you know
Yeah.
tiers?
Tears.
Like how there's S tier,
I do know
From
S tier.
D
So-
to like S tier.
bro. I don't know if it's controversial.
Mm.
Your experience so far.
I'd
Yeah.
say it's A tier. It's
A
A
It's
tier.
tier. So it's
tier,
not S
that's
tier
good.
yet.
It's not S tier yet, but it's
Hmm.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I've enjoyed most of my obviously like finals is like that's what kind of brings it down, like testing.
You know what? That makes sense.
But
Yeah.
like outside of that, like I've had fun. Like I'm part of this. Like I get to I
Mhm.
have a good
Yeah.
group of friends.
Well, maybe not after today, but
You guys will still be here. Don't worry. You guys are doing fine.
thank you. Well,
Wait, I just realized
one of us is.
They have the light thing.
The
What?
light thing.
You see the remote?
There is a remote here.
What
I,
is that?
I
Hold
think
it
the
up.
strip lights were taken down.
No, those are
Let's
the.
talk about this.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
If you can see
crazy.
us, they can see us, right?
Yeah, they can see you guys.
So
Is that what they're
it's less of
looking
a
at?
radio
yes,
show.
that camera. See on the screen right there.
It's that one.
That is exactly what they say.
So it's not. I feel like radio implies they can't see you. It's more of like a,
Yeah,
a
well,
live.
we're in, like,
podcast.
Yeah, like I don't know.
I feel like you're really just
I still
happening.
like it though. But with what we have now,
I guess
I think it's good.
What if my mic's low-key not even on?
No, they're
Imagine-
on. They're on.
imagine.
Yeah, no, they're on.
Uh,
I will. If we get to continue the show, I will turn off Jason's mic one of these days. And see how long it takes
most
me to
likely, yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
And I probably won't notice for a while.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we didn't notice we weren't on the air.
you didn't notice.
Oh, you didn't notice either, Jason. Come on. Danny noticed though. Danny's
But
a real one.
Hold on, back to the light thing. Our friends have that. Strip lights are the coolest thing. I just want to point that out. I was hoping that we can get some action here with that.
Yeah,
but
I'm
like
hoping
I
actually
said-
we can get some like ads. You know what I mean? Can we get sponsored? Are there sponsors on the show, Danny?
I don't know if there's spawns. I don't know if we can do that. But what you could do, I think what you can do is like you could take this and like put it like into like a recording or something like that, and then like push it out to like Spotify and all that stuff. And then-
Oh,
I don't know if you can do that. Like, don't quote me on that. But
We're gonna quote you
see,
exactly on those
absolutely,
words.
Yeah. Except for that last
Danny,
part, the
you
don't
shouldn't have
quote
said
me
it.
thing. We're not going to quote it.
Oh yeah, no, that
No,
part.
no.
I don't know if you're technically allowed to, but I feel like if you're
Well, I
allowed to,
mean-
then go for it.
Who can we ask?
I mean, I
The
should.
person who knows
yeah.
about the W.
The person,
Yeah,
I guess
right.
I can ask the president of the show. Shout out to AJ.
AJ.
Our
AJ.
podcast is us figuring out like our lives.
Yeah, it really is. You've really walked into the mess. Whoever's watching of
see my
like
shoes,
what's
dude.
happening here. I don't know. What are you doing with your life, Jason?
I don't know. I don't. That's a good question. I don't even know what I'm doing. I have a bio test tomorrow. That's the
Oh.
big thing on the mind right now.
I just dropped my science class.
Did you have bio?
I took chem. So basically, this is advice for you guys as well. Be
Mm.
careful. You're already taking a science, so you're fine, I think. But if you haven't taken a science yet, so I was in Chem 109, which is general chemistry.
Okay.
At the time, I was under the impression that I was not the only non-science major in that class, and it was just so much work.
Mm.
Like, it was like, first of all, I haven't taken a science class in 3 years.
Yeah.
because I stopped. I don't know what happened, but anyway, it was just so much work. Like, there's like it was a 4-hour lab. Then I had 3 other classes a week, and I had so much work outside of class. And I was like, I'm gonna fail this. So so I went to my advisor and I said, what should I do? And then she said, why are you in Chem 109 if you're not a chem major?
You know, see, and that's the life lesson in all of this. If you're failing, just quit.
I
It's a
don't.
life lesson.
That and
That's
that
what Danny-
nothing matters.
No, but it's actually whatever you want.
This is whatever you want.
It's whatever you
And this
want.
is whatever you
Welcome
want.
to whatever you want. We didn't do that when we started again either. That was the opening line. of the
This is
opening
whatever
one
you want.
that we'll never know.
Yeah.
Well, you'll
wow.
never know. We know. We were there. Danny was there too.
Yeah.
He's probably pretty ashamed of this. Actually,
I'm not ashamed of you guys at all. Don't
Like,
worry.
Danny's being really nice right now.
Danny's being extremely nice. Wow. We have other. I think our other friends are going to be doing podcasts too.
Yeah, and they're gonna blow us out of the water because they'll probably hit record.
Yes, and they'll probably tell their friends about it.
Yeah,
I
we
think
didn't
we're
mark-
doing everything wrong.
Yeah, you know what?
I don't think we did a single thing right so far.
So
I mean, you got here. They got,
Wait, who's
no,
watching this?
well-
Is that you?
no,
please tell me it's you, Danny.
no, it's not. Don't worry.
Uh,
I was watching my show, keeping up with you guys, obviously. But
yeah.
I was like, I had like the audio on in there, like making sure everything was okay. But I didn't know that. Like, I don't know
If
if
we're
like
not.
if you're live or not. Like, that's the one thing I can't know.
Well,
I know.
Yeah.
you know, if I was a betting person, and I am, it's a serious problem. I'm gonna guess that one person is probably the was it AJ?
I don't know if it's AJ.
Could
or
be
not.
AJ.
It could be the president.
No, he's got it.
it.
He's got a night class, I think.
Oh, he does. Then we're
Yeah.
saved.
Wait.
from this
Oh, okay.
embarrassment.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, whoever was watching is probably expecting us to start about I don't
About,
know,
like half an hour ago.
30 minutes earlier.
Yeah,
Pete Alonso just hit a. Wait, no, I don't know. But the Mets won.
the Mets won.
Mets won.
Wow.
Well, see, there you go. Now you got more news for your
There we
for your
go.
podcast. We're calling it a podcast.
Wait,
from
when's
now
your
on.
thing?
Well, mine was this Wednesday, was today at like 1, and then I have one tomorrow at noon.
Well, how do we get like 2 podcasts? How do we get so good that we become like you, Danny? How do we be you?
How do you beat me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
that's actually the
next
next
podcast.
episode,
Yeah.
How do you,
Be Danny.
Danny? I hope you're
I-
getting dragged into every single one of these.
If you guys like me to be on, I'd love to be on.
Thank you. He's so nice.
Pete Alonso, 49 home runs. All right.
He's gonna break Judge's record. No upset about it.
I'm a Mets fan, so I'm very happy about it. What are your thoughts, Cameron?
Honestly,
It doesn't matter. All right.
Okay. Well, that is my take on sports is completely irrelevant.
Completely.
I mean, your fantasy team's 2-0.
That is
Yeah, that is
disgusting.
true.
I hate that.
I see now. I can't remember what we went over, and we went over that now, right? And the 30 minutes that we are actually talking, or
I
did we
think-
go over that?
We
I
went over
think
twice.
it was just 30 minutes because it's
Yeah.
definitely when I got in here.
Yeah, we
Okay,
went over
okay.
it twice.
Okay. We did go over it twice, but the other one was drawn out because we thought we had an hour.
Yes.
Well, we did have an hour and we messed it up.
Yeah.
I hope the girls never find this podcast because we'll never live it down.
I think
That's only the one person watching right now.
our entire floor on one TV.
What building are you guys in?
Sixth
Loftus?
floor
of
That
Loftus.
was the building. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's the sixth floor.
All right. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like 3 minutes.
Yeah, let's write it up because these people only got a handful of
I
content.
mean, how long have we been going for?
Oh, just so you guys know, like you guys don't have to go like an hour
We're
straight.
going for 20 minutes. I see.
Yeah.
Wait. What do you mean an hour?
Like,
straight?
like you know how you can take breaks and stuff like that in between. Like if your voice is getting tired or you need a drink of water, like
Jason
get-
doesn't tire. He's a
Interesting.
machine.
he's a
Yeah, I don't get
machine.
tired.
All right,
I am a
all right, respect.
Mhm.
yes. I don't even know what I was gonna say, but yes, I am that.
Yeah, we also went over the fact that Jason doesn't think before he talks. It just kind of happens.
Yeah, I don't think before I
Cut out the
speak.
middleman.
And that's what we said
Sufficient.
was good about Danny.
Yeah, he
He's-
does think before he speaks.
Yes.
That's a
unlike
lie.
the both of
I
us.
don't think before I speak.
Really,
I
Danny?
act first,
Okay,
think never.
He's being humble
Wow.
right now. He's very
Wow.
humble.
The one thing. Wow. All right.
Yeah. That thing we went over. I'm pretty sure he said he could bench at least like 10.
I've never said that.
He did say
Did
that.
not say
did.
that.
He did say
That
that.
is a lie.
I remember that.
He's just being humble right now.
You should have seen him when we were off the air.
Yeah.
That's all
He's
he would talk
actually,
about.
we were standing on his hands and he was just pushing us up.
Yeah. And then he would call us nerds.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
shove us into like a locker.
He did. Yeah. No, there's no bullying here. I know it's been great. And it's come from somebody who's not from
New
New
York.
York. So
Where are
I'm
you
not
from?
lying. Philly.
He's a
Philly.
Philly dude.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting about Philly that I learned. Meek Mill is not as big apparently.
Really? Who's
Not
who
as-
is Kev? I know Kevin Hart has to be big there, right? In
I'm
Philly.
sorry, who?
Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
He's big. I know he's.
So
big
he's
there.
like your idol.
No.
Will Smith.
No.
Not even Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Yeah,
That's my guy.
yeah. So these
Wow,
Philly guys are they like as popular as it seems? Because everybody makes it seem like Meek Mill is like the god.
That's what I
Uh,
thought. That's very interesting.
There's definitely people that have that opinion, but
But
he's not
overall.
No, I wouldn't say overall.
Wow.
So what about Kevin Hart? He's one of the gods. Is he?
He's got to be.
But no, he's like more. Honestly, he's actually probably equal. It's not.
Is
like,
it
it's
him-
not overwhelming. I didn't even know like you guys thought that until I got
No.
here.
Yeah,
People were like,
That's what I
saying that.
thought. That's
Will
what I.
Smith.
It's definitely
Will
not.
Smith. Will Smith
Maybe,
has to be huge.
maybe Will Smith a bit more.
Will
So,
Smith's a
so
legend.
who's the most popular out of those three? Will Smith. Like in Philly.
Yeah, but just because he's
He's been in
been,
some.
like,
He's got
he's been
Fresh
around so
Prince.
long,
He's
yeah.
got Independence Day, which is one of my favorite movies ever.
But, like, what would, like,
you're
say-
a movie guy, right? Jason doesn't watch movies.
I'm not a movie guy at all.
Yeah. So
But
yeah.
you watched,
Yeah.
You saw the Independence Day. Did you
I
see
saw Independence Day.
I have not.
That's
See,
a great
there it is.
movie.
There it is.
That's but before we close it out because it is 7.
It
Before
is
we close
7
it out.
o'clock.
So say Kevin Hart, Meek Mill, and Will Smith walked just into Philly. Who would people like care about the most? Do you think? That's the question.
Probably Meek Mill, but like,
Hmm.
but everyone. I'm saying that because like most people in Philly will probably like know him, and it's probably like that kind of like age group or the people
Yeah.
like out like rushing
Yeah,
out now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But overall, if you're talking like everyone, you know what I mean?
So everyone
It's gonna
in
be-
Philly's there. Everyone in Philly's there.
It's probably gonna be Will Smith.
So no one cares about
Probably,
Kevin
I'd say
Hart.
probably Will Smith.
Yeah, he's just living in Will Smith's shadow. Not
That's
not actually,
true.
but just in terms of popularity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That's
Well,
Philly.
Thank you all. That is Philly. And
Thank
it's
you guys
actually,
for
it's
thank you
whatever
guys-
you want. It's whatever you
Thank
want.
you guys for
Nailed it.
dragging me out here.
Yeah, thank
anytime.
you for coming.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
for-
saving this podcast.
I did
Yes.
not. You guys did great.
Saved
Don't
it.
worry.
We really didn't. We messed up every single thing. We're even over time now. We couldn't even end properly.
There's nothing
we
we've done
failed.
right.
We
We
literally
haven't done a
failed.
single thing right.
All right. Well, we're gonna sign out now.
Yes.
Danny, thank you again.
No problem.
He doesn't know how to sign out.